We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway in Southern California. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert off of play action. They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 25. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from start.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On the move to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Back back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. To throw again on second down. Jones. And this one is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 4th down, Herbert steps away to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Jones on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shepard will go in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that one complete to Hodgins. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown. Darius Slayton as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught. He got it in the end zone. So instead of trying to get 1 point closer, they roll the dice on the fake and come up with 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Buying time to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man, Slayton. He's got the first down and more than that. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 29 yards. yards. And the Giants have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Once more, here's Eckler. Nifty move. And able to work his way down to the 16. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45 out of bounds at the 44.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Jones' throw on target to Shepard. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones will get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, They used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man complete. A big play there for L.A. 52 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 78 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. It's Eckler again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the defense defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Hopkins' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Jones. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And the 13-year man puts it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So the first crack here in overtime goes to the New York Giants as we are back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself. But let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Catch made by Slayton.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Running again with Barkley on second down. And some room to roam now. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 73 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's got some space here.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line and linebacker. 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. They go again with Brightwell. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Jones. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting. We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Herbert with his first throw in OT. Flushed out right. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 118 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop a shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turned him loose.
On first down, here's Breida. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. He goes 8 yards on the touchdown run.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody. We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup. This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. Time Panther Graham Gano has us set for his start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Throwing to start here is Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
On first down, Tagovailoa gets this one to Hill.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That one complete to Hill. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Second down, this is Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson, 14 yards.
And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
Taking it about the 1.
Here's Robinson.
And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From the 25 on second down, Jones. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing, Jones. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Off play action. Jones. This is caught inside the 15. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Barkley going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught in the end zone. So it goes for 2 points on the fake and gives them a lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Tua on fourth down. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Here we go. Yellow, 22. 6, Madden.
Tua going to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Tua setting up shop to throw again.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tua.
Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this a 39-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
This fielded right at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Up the middle with Barkley. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off play action. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Shepard will go in motion right. Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long.
And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shepard will go in motion right. From the 40 now on second down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Well, I tell you, I think by definition you won't get any closer to equaling the record than that.
Not at all. 64 yards, end over end. And I think he's going to come up about a half a revolution short. And that could really have bounced either way.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Down, 45, right. Black shot.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go. Set. 50. Green. Blaster. Stick.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Caught on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to get the lead up to 4. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jones. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion left, Shepard. Here's Jones. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL?
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Now Tagovailoa. He's got it. And they will not go quietly as we are back to a 2-score game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Jones. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Now Jones.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And Sanders pulled it. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 9-point game. So it's a letdown there. They get the ball in tremendous position following the turnover, but they come away empty-handed.
Oh, man, you hate to waste field position like that. Your defense did you the favor of getting you the ball on this side of the 50, but neither the offense nor the kicking team could capitalize.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.